let me just see if I can get my other... I had to turn the whole thing around. It was ridiculous. Anyway, I know I'm trying to get... Let's see if this one will work. No, that's not it either. I'm trying to get my iPad to work for me. Oh, dear me. Let's go back home. No, let's go to library. Will that work? No. Let's go. Why can't I find me? I found me now. We're all good. And this looks silly, doesn't it, like this? But I couldn't figure out how to get the camera to turn. Anyway, this is what I want you to see. I want you to see the clues. And I want you to see what we're going to sew. So we are going to sew these two blocks. I call them a partial block because they don't look like anything until we have actually get the final instructions in clue 11, 10 to put them together. So this is what we need. Here are our colorways, and on the back we need this till we can tell which of our colors we are going to use, because as you can see from the instructions, it just gives you A, B, C, D, and it doesn't really show you a color. But this is what shows us the color. So I'm going to open my package and get out all my bits. Now, typically, see, they all come all pre-cut for us. I'm going to put that there so I can see. I'm going to lay them out here. Oh my, there's a lot of them today. Oh my goodness, look at all these. Now, is this all one color? Yeah, that's all one color. That, and this big square. Oblong one, I'm going to put that there. Turn on my sewing machine. I have got set my machine to 2, and I moved my needle over to the middle because I have a 1/4 inch foot on. So we are going to, and look, it's 1 page of instructions. How amazing is that? 1 page of instructions. I love it. Okay, so first of all, we are going to join our B square to the left of the D square. So this is where this comes in handy. So our B is these little guys. And we're going to make 2. So I need 1, 2. I haven't ever done one of these sew-alongs live, so this might be interesting. And then D, which is this one. So that's going to go there and put you guys back. And that's going to go there. So hopefully that makes sense. So B and D and B and D, and we are making 2 of those. So I'm going to leave them there like that for a second, because the next part is we need to make a D and a C. So the D with these, and this time the D goes on the other side, and there's 2 of those. And the C is this fabric. And that will go there and there. It doesn't even though I turn this around, it doesn't really matter, because when we put this all together, they may not be facing that way anyway. And we're making 2 of those. So let's sew those all together. Flip them all over. Now, if you want, you can make sure that we're lining them up. You can pin them, but I'm not going to bother. So I will hope the sewing machine is not too loud for you. And I hope you can hear me talking over the noise of the sewing machine. Line this one up. Come on, line up. There. So now let's just clip these little babies. And we are going to press them. Now they do tell us which way to press them. So on the first ones we did, which was the B and the D, which go this way, the B and the D, we are pressing them that way. So I will, look at my dinky little iron. I love it. And I am going to press it and get hold of it that way. Yeah, that's one of the things I miss. I can take my knitting with me when I go away, like especially driving in the car. I love taking my knitting in the car with me, but of course I can't take my sewing. So those are those two, and these are going that way. So let's get them open. C, D, yep. So it's gonna go that way. I guess to the dark. To the dark. I much prefer it when it's to the dark side because I know what I'm doing. Okay. So these two knits together with the two D's opposite each other. So we're gonna do that. So we've got the D, the B, and the C. So I am gonna line these up, and because we press two different ways, as you can see, they will nest. Now, because these are a bit bigger, I am pinning. Put one there, and one there. I love sewing mystery quilts. I mean, it's fun to see what you're making. And, you know, typically you will be like, oh, that's pretty, I want to make that. But I really love mysteries and not knowing what I'm going to make or where the blocks are going to end up or what colors we're going to use. I just love doing them. I'm doing a couple of mysteries right now. I'm doing the round the kitchen table one, and we don't know what our block is each time. We know what colors we have to use for the blocks, but we don't know what they are. And then the cotton cuts ones, which I am an ambassador for, which is why I'm showing you how to put them together. There we go. And the designer mystery from Pet Quarter Shop too. Now, how do we press these? Let's see. So now it's going to tell us to press them down. So down. So we'll do it this way. Okay, so down is going that way. Oh, I always have such a hard time with this. What direction it's going. So I want it to go like that. Okay. There. If you're watching, say hello and tell me if you are also making the design of the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mysteries. So it's going down that way. That way. There we go. That way. I have such a hard time with it. And if you are, what color are you doing? Yes. But even if you're not, it's a good way to watch how they go together so that you can see just how easy it is and decide you want to try it. I was a new quilter when I first started and with these guys, and I was a bit leery of cutting fabric. So, okay, so we have done those. So that was step 1, 2, and 3. Pretty easy. I'll put them to the side because now we need to get F, which is my yellow. And we're going to make 2 of these. So I need 2 Fs and 2 A's. And A is the pale blue. Now, we have 2 different kinds of A's as well. So we want the smaller of the A. And there's a bunch of these. So this one will go that way. And then this go, no, that's not right. That's going to go that way. That one is right. This one is not. Oh, it's going on the top. And you silly girl. There. So now we've got this big kind of triangle. So we're going to make 2 of them. So let's put this one there. And this one goes that way. Okay, so I think that's how this is going to go. And we need to make 2, and we have 2. So I will start by folding down right sides together the top piece. And I will line them up. So that it goes right to the edge there. And that's the other nice thing. They cut all the edges for you. It's amazing. So we'll do this one first. And then we'll do this one. I'm going to be interested to see how long this takes. Because usually I make 1 block first to show you guys, and then I make the second one with you. But, so this is going to go down, so it's going that way. So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes me to make the whole thing from start to finish. 1, and put it that way. And do this one. Okay, so that went, how did that one go? Like that, and that one went like that, right? Right. So then we fold this one over and line it up at the edge. And then it will go right to that edge. Like that. Like I said, if you want, you can pin them if it's easier for you to carry it over to the machine, but I do when it's a longer piece, but not when it's a short piece. I don't feel like I need to. So this one is going to go that way into the square. There's one. And two. See my great big scratch? We were camping we were at the trailer a couple of days, and I was walking with Toby, and there was a guy who had another dog. And Bob took Toby and walked ahead, and I went to say hello to the dog because it was there were two dogs actually. One was a Dalmatian, and that was a really sweet dog. We used to have a Dalmatian growing up, and the other was this other dog. They were both tied up. Okay, so now we're here. We need the big squares, and I need B, and so B is that one, and D is this one, I think. Yes, and we're going to put them, and we're making two, which is good because there's only two of these. So B goes that way. So I went and said hello to the little Dalmatian, and then the other dog was getting all antsy because I wasn't saying hello to it. So I went closer to him to say hello, and he jumped on me. And as I pushed him down, he scratched my arm. Now, I wasn't mad. I mean, it was my fault. I should probably not have... I didn't realize he was going to jump. And so he scratched my arm. So now I have a scratch. Okay, so D. Let me just check I've got these right. D is that one. So D and B. And make sure when you're using... This is a very light fabric. And... Hey, Marie-José, how are you? I'm sewing today. So this is, you have to be careful because the other side, it's kind of, you've got to be careful which side you have it on. So that is going to go like that. So we are going to sew these two together now. And it's a bit longer, this one, so I will pin this one. Making sure I've got everything lined up. I'll just put one pin in that. Yeah, so it was fun at the trailer. Oh, but then we had this giant storm. We were there for 2 days, and on the last day we were there, I kept getting all these messages from people saying, "Are you at the trailer? Are you coming back? When are you coming back?" And I'm like, "Why? What's the deal? It's lovely here." And they were like, "There's a big storm. There's tornado watches." And we did have an alert on the phone for tornado watch, but, you know, where we were, it was lovely. I thought, well, anyway, we decided in the end to go home. And on our way home, we got hit with the storm. Yeah, so I hope I'm doing that right. I'm not sure if I am. Let's just see. And we had to pull over on the highway under a bridge because the rain was so hard we couldn't see where we were going. All right, so now we're gonna do this to... Oh, Toby's barking at somebody. To this way, so we'll both go. Press down like that, and to the dark. to the dark. Yeah, and apparently there was a tornado that hit not too far from us, but isn't the weather weird though? I mean, I don't understand why we keep getting all this weird weather. Okay, so we've done that. So now we're going to take the step 4 unit, which was these triangles, and we are going to sew these to this. So which way am I going with this? Okay, B and D, so that's going to go like that, and that is going like that. B, D, F, A, A. Okay, so here's one, and we will pin these. So I always like to, how am I going to do this time? Let's try this way. I want to pin the ends first. So we'll pin that end, and then we'll pin this one there. No, I did not. I did not. Oh, so there was a, like, could you see it from your house? So now I'm going to try to get this little piece here to line up with that, you know, if you can see that, with that. And it actually looks like it is pretty much lined up, so that's good. We'll just pop the pin in right now, quick, before it moves. All right, there's one. Oh, look at that little guy not doing its business properly. Let's move him over. No, I'll have to check that out. I wonder, that would be scary. At least it was a garage and not the house or anything. Am I doing that right now? D, B, F, A, A. Yep. All right, so we'll do the same trick. We will line up these edges first. Normally I used to line my middle part up, but I watched a lady and she was lining up her ends first and then her middle, and I thought, oh, okay, let's try that. And it kind of works. So now we want to line, oh, see, no, maybe it doesn't. That, there. All right. Oh, further down. Okay, so, oh, that's still scary though. I mean, the rain as we were coming up the 416 was horrendous. And the funny thing was, we got where when we left Prescott, because that's where our trailer is, we left there and we went up the 416 and we went straight into it around Spencerville, and it was really bad. And then that's where we pulled over. And then when we got to Kempville, it stopped raining and the sun was out. I didn't understand any of that. Like, I don't understand why we're getting all these. I'm just making sure my ends are the right way there. Weird weather patterns that we're getting. And when we were in Nova Scotia, the whole 5-6 days, first 5 or 6 days we were there, was foggy. Like, so foggy. And we've been to Nova Scotia. We've been to Halifax before around that same time. And it was beautiful. There wasn't any fog. And I sort of said to my son, this is weird. Why is it like this? But anyway, global warming, I guess. Okay, so this is going. So let me just open this a second to see which way this is going. So it's going towards that. So, okay, so this has to be on the top. So we'll give that a little, and then we can press that open. And that one. I love my new machine, Marie. I just love it. It's, I just called you Marie then. Why did I do that? Marie Jose. I love it. I love it way better than the previous one I had, the more expensive one that broke. The only thing it doesn't have is it doesn't have the automatic cutter, which would have been lovely, but, you know, it's not the end of the world. I still have a cutter on the side, so that's all good. So, okay, so I did clip that corner off a bit, but I don't care. This one came out lovely. So that's these. Now we are going to take these, which go that way. Let me lay them both on top of each other, and I'll move that. And we are now going to add the B's and the C's and the D's that we did. I'm going to move these that we did earlier. So they are going to go like that. So we are going to just sew these two together. And I do have bits to line up. So line those babies up. Yes, I really do prefer it. Oh, I know, Fuzzy. I know. But I love your name. It's such a gorgeous name. Marie Jose. Like, I just always want to... Well, I just love it. I really do prefer it. It sews nicer. It doesn't get tangled. The other one did not seem to like certain cotton thread, yes. And it would tangle up, or it would get stuck in the feed dogs if I was doing something like a triangle or something. But this doesn't. This sews lovely, and I love the foot it came with. It came with a 1/4-inch foot. This is what I'm using now. And I really just like it a lot. In there, just because it's moving on me. So I think after we give this a press, and we're going towards this way, so we're going that way. Oh, see, I get such a mess with this. Which is the one that's on the top? No, this one is. Yes, this was on the top. Oh, I always have such a hard time with it. And that's that. And okay, what did I just do now? Which one was on the top? Oh, let me get that pin out. I don't need that there. This one was, okay. Oh. I mean, I don't know in the grand scheme of things how accurate you have to be with your seams. Some people press them open all the time, so then it doesn't matter. But I like pressing them to the one side. So that is section 6A completed. And you see that does not look anything like a block, does it? But we will be joining that to something to make at the end, and then we'll find out where it goes and what it is. So I have got this, and I am going to mark it 6A because we do have 2 pieces, and I'll just stick that there. And that will go back in the bag. Well, maybe I'll have to put a pin in it. And that will go back in my bag. And now I'll do this part now. It's really quite nice and easy. Okay, so I need the big F. What was the big F now? Is this the big F? Yes, the big F. And we're going to make 2 of these. And the A's, which I think were these. Yes, and the little A's. And we are going to effectively make flying geese. So they will go like that. And like that. So I will sew these together here first, lining up my corners. Move that. And sew this. And when I do these, I don't stitch at the beginning and end. I don't go back and forward to lock the stitch in, because these are all going to be covered in a seam at some point, so you don't need to when we sew them all together. So I shall now press this up. See, that one I can understand. And now I know Marie-José knits. I don't know if she sews. Whoops. So now this will line up here. And this will really nicely line up there, if you see what I mean. I love the way this happens when they're doing the flying geese. It's so nice to, compared to when you do a regular, oh, that's got all jammed up. Having just said it doesn't jam up, now it did. Oh, so here's what I'll do. I'll turn it upside down and sew it from this end. Yay. So then this one can go on. Yes, I don't fight with my corners and things as much as I used to anymore, but you do have to make sure you get it under there properly. All right, there's that one. And this one also will get pressed out. And I try not to rub like that because you'll stretch the fabric. You will set your seam first to give the stitches some ease, and then you literally just gently push them over and leave the heat on. I don't have those fancy clappers that some of the gals do that would then just sit on top and keep it warm and flatten it. I don't have that. Anyone wants to send me one to try, go ahead. Okay, so now we are going to do 2 of the A's in the same manner with 2 of the B's, and the B's is this. Now see, you gotta be careful because this is the wrong way. Let's just turn that over, and that will go there, and there, and there, and there. So same thing, we're going to turn them over, line up our edges, and so. And hopefully this one doesn't eat my corner. And this one. Line up that and that. Oh, that might be a better way to do it. Then I don't have as much thread on the end to cut off. So this is also going up too. So all good. Yeah, I didn't tell anybody today I was going live. I was just going to make a video, but oh, the editing and the uploading and the all that stuff takes such a long time. And I have a friend coming over this afternoon, and I thought I don't want to be stuck all afternoon. Well, she's here visiting me, uploading, and so I thought, oh, I'll just do it live. And then you guys can always just watch it later if you've missed the live. I mean, people work too, right? You can't always be on at 10 o'clock on a Friday morning. No, you should, yeah. Oh, I just did that again. I didn't use the thingy. You'll have to let me know what you prefer. Do you prefer to watch me sew it live like this? Or do you prefer to watch me just make it off camera and just edit out all the ironing bits? I love to watch people iron their seams though. I don't know why, I just do. When I first used to watch Sew Becca, she's the one that got me into doing these cotton cuts things. I watched her doing them. And I just loved watching her handle the fabric. Okay, that's F and this is B. And ironing all the seams and stuff. I just loved it. Okay, so now we're doing a B and an F. Have I got that right? Yes. So these will go together there. And it will get sewn there. If you haven't ever watched her, you should go watch her. She's really good. She has much more fancy equipment than me though. I just have an iPhone. She has lots of lovely angles and shots and it's really cool. Now that, I'm just going to sew that top bit again because it didn't. There. It didn't sew to the end for some reason. And I do not want it to come undone before it's got sewn into the big piece. So these get towards the B's. So the B is the lighter of the two. Let's give that a little. Then we are going to sew that big F part to the top of these two. So that I think I missed a piece out. That's okay, we can go back to that in a minute. So these are going to get sewn together. So we will start with, yeah, I missed this bit. I don't know if you can see that bit, but we'll go back and get it. It ain't the end of the world. So this bit, we don't have to line anything up there, so that's good. Actually, I'll do these all at once. It'll be easier. So the bit I missed out was with these guys. So the B, B, and the A is at the top, and the A, and the F is at the bottom. So we have to sew these two together. Like that. That is right? Yeah, the F is at the bottom. So we'll sew that side. Don't you like my pins? My friend got me these, Brenda. They're little trailers. She's always getting me little trailer things. So they can go together. And then we'll sew these two together. So yeah, let me know below. I don't get very many comments on my sewing one. But let me know if you prefer it live like this, or do you prefer it pre-recorded and shorter? Because obviously it's longer watching me actually sew. Make sure I've got enough bobbin thread, which I think I do, so we're good. There. We are getting to the end here, folks. We really are. So we'll take these apart and figure out how they get sewn, how they get on pressed, ironed. What's wrong with me? So these go up. Okay, so that's a nice easy one. I think it's not that, I think I'm directionally challenged. I must be, but I can't figure out the up and the down or the... Now that looks very pretty. Look at that. And it all matched up together. That's very pretty. Let's see if I manage this one. Oh, I did. That one. And then these go down. So that means this one is up on the top, because it will then go down. I think it's the down I have a hard time with, obviously. No. Oh, now I've just done it again. It's going that way. I'm going to do it this way. The more I think about it, I think the worse it is for me. If I think about it too much, I can't do it. Okay, so now, final step is we are going to sew these two like that to these two like that. No, like that. And they will get sewn together. And we do have to try and match our two sides. So let's do our new trick and put one edge together first. And then this edge here together. And then hope our middle bits, oh, they are gonna match. But you are meant to go that way. No, maybe you're not. You're meant to go that way. Yes, you're meant to be there. Just move him over slightly. There's that one. And then this one, we will line up the edge there. That edge. And then, are they lined up? Almost. Just give it a little tug over. Okay. Let me just move these guys out of the way. And we are set to go. And there we have it. We have finished our clue 4. And this, let me see, that's going to go that way. It's going this way. It's going this way. Which way is it going? Oh, okay, let me just press these first. Give them a little, while I figure this out. So I want that way. Yes, goes that way. Oh, I have such a hard time with that. There's one. And this is going wait, is that the way it's going? No, Anne. It's going that way. There we go. And there is our 6B. Now again, it looks like nothing, does it? But are we going to put them like that? No. Is it going like that? No. Is it going to go like that? I have no clue. Do you? No. And that's the beauty of having a mystery puzzle, because literally each block is a mystery. We don't know what we're getting, but it's like a jigsaw puzzle. And then at the end, when we get our final clue, we add all our puzzle pieces together and make a fabulous quilt. So there, I will now put them back into here. So I know that this is my clue 6. And that will go back in the bag. Or in my box, I should say. Keep them all in a big box, like a scrapbook box. And we're done. We're done. So I hope you have enjoyed today's rather weird video because I started it with the wrong camera angle and I had to stop it and start it again. So I hope you enjoyed it and enjoyed watching me sew on my lovely sewing machine, my brother's sewing machine. And yeah, I'll be back next Friday with some more Quilty Fun and show you what I've been quilting this week coming up. So that'll be interesting. And next month I'll be back with another one of these sew-alongs. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you all soon. Don't forget to leave me some comments below. Let me know which format you like. This one or pre-recorded. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.